All right, anybody can wear the mask, but I am here to prove that not everyone should wear the suit. I poured myself into this Lycra suit to
We should
show
have
my
had outtakes of that.
me putting it on.
Or just hearing about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard a lot. I'm not going to lie, this might be the most uncomfortable I've been at work.
Well, I have this on to show my undying love for this movie. And it's
You are a
not
fan.
because I am a huge Spider-Man fan in general. I am a massive fan of this movie, Spider-Man Into the Universe, which is one of the, I guess you would say, 5 movies opening wide this week.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was amazing.
Did you, so this came from a comic book, right?
Yep.
And
So-
were you a fan of that?
Yeah. So I have an inroad to this because I do read the Miles Morales comic books, which is the other version of Spider-Man. So not Peter Parker, Miles Morales, although in this movie, Peter is very involved, and as well as a lot of the other Spider-Verses, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen is in this. So there's, they even get Spider-Pig in here and all that stuff.
Tell me about that. That feels like it's just a little too far off center for me.
I think because they're mixing all these space-time continuums and all that
Right.
stuff, there's also like this noir version of Spider-Man that's actually voiced by Nick Cage, which was like a total voice cameo that I was not expecting, and as soon as he started talking, I was laughing. So the voice cast is great. Jake Johnson as the voice of Peter Parker for most of the movie made me I just wanted him to keep talking. I just wanted to keep hearing him say funny things. I'm a big Nick Miller fan from New Girl, so it was basically like watching Nick Miller play Peter Parker in this universe with a character, Miles Morales, that I just think is it would be sacrilege in the comic book world to say I like him better than Peter Parker, but I like him better than Peter Parker.
Okay.
I just
Strong
do.
statement.
I think it's a better character for me. I think he's way more interesting. He's a kid, which Peter Parker used to be, but now they've adulted him. So it's great. This is an amazing movie that I was really hopeful for, and now it's here and it's awesome.
And your kids are going to love it too?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, and I will love watching it over again with them. I would take them each separately so I could watch it 4 times.
You have talked about it in the office quite a bit since you saw it.
Ad nauseum. So we won't keep droning on about that. There are other movies opening.
There are.
If you need something else to watch. So Mortal Engines being one of them. This is no.
It's based on a book series. They've changed a lot. I didn't even read the book series because it's not my thing, but I just feel like we've had so many movies like this.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of done with it. And the fact that it leads a rebellion against a giant predator city on wheels. That's just a little too far out there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not into steampunk, I guess this isn't your thing, and I don't know that you or I are at all into steampunk.
No.
It feels like it's going to fit within this genre of like sort of sci-fi things that just fall apart, that nobody really cares about.
Yep.
Not enough, and it'll be here and gone. So if it's your thing, you're probably going to watch it soon. Much more interesting is The Mule, the Clint Eastwood movie, which I feel like is getting more mixed reviews than I wished or hoped it was. But that's what I've heard. Do you know what the Rotten Tomatoes is on this?
No, I don't. I thought it was pretty high though.
Yeah, it's getting. Some people are saying it's kind of coming in meh, but it's Clint Eastwood and it looks intense.
Based on a true story.
Yeah, so I think that brings gravity to it. So I'm pretty pumped about it.
I am too. Bradley Cooper is working with him again, which is great. His daughter's in this. Lawrence Fishburne, Diane Weiss. The cast is really great.
Yeah, it's great. So those are all opening on Friday, and then December 19 comes.
Another one you're excited about.
Yeah, Mary Poppins. I'm so surprised that I loved this movie, but I loved it. I just did. I thought Emily Blunt was so terrific, and I mean I was sort of whatever on the first one. I watched it when I was a kid, but I thought the music was great. I thought the visual. I just had fun in the movie theater watching this thing. I feel like if it's going to have a hard time, it might be with the most devoted fans, maybe.
Okay.
Like that it doesn't live up, but like it didn't have that much to live up to for me. And I thought it was super clever.
So Dick Van Dyke is in this, dancing and playing a character.
Bit.
Okay. But Julie Andrews turned down a cameo. She said it was Emily's show. I want Emily to have her show.
Yeah, she probably didn't need to do that. I think she would have had her show anyway because she's so good. And what's his name? It's escaping me from
Lin-Manuel.
Yes, he is. Instead of a chimney sweep, he's a lamplighter, and he's great. So I loved it. The animation is like old school Disney 2D, real flat animation when they go into the cartoon world. It's great. So there's that, and the only other thing opening wide is Once Upon a Deadpool, which is trying to make a really good R movie PG-13, which they probably didn't need to do.
No, but I
Cash
like
grab.
that. But it's like a charity grab too. They're giving $1 for
Charity
each
grab.
ticket.
That sounds like a line from Deadpool.
They can hire me.
Yes, well,
Just
whatever.
Like, it's not stand up to cancer. It's like I can't remember.
To me, it's
the
like saying we're going to
charity,
make it a comedy, but take out half the jokes. Like that's
I-
what made Deadpool
I
great.
disagree.
Is it's filthy.
I think they're gonna have a lot of fun with it.
just
Probably
gonna be
going
beep.
over the top with that,
Yeah.
or like with voiceover,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
instead of Ryan Reynolds saying certain words, it'll be like
Yeah.
I don't know,
Somebody
Dick
else.
Van Dyke saying those words.
Well, good luck to them on that. So that's everything opening wide. Opening limited this week, we have a few titles, and this is like we are now when it comes to limited titles, we're like an Oscar bait season, big time. So just in Grand Rapids, in Lansing, and by Grand Rapids, I think it's just north in Rivertown, but not
Yes.
south, right?
Yep.
For the favorite. So this is again another like amazing ensemble cast. And it's a period piece, 18th century England. It looks dark, it looks funny, and it's got like it's got Oscar bait written all over it.
The director is the one who directed The Lobster and
Yes, okay, I didn't realize.
very crazy movies like that. But the writing in this is supposed to be super, super funny.
Oh, yes.
Emma Stone, Olivia Colman, Rachel Weisz, and apparently Emma Stone has her first nude scene. So digest that.
Well, stay away or move towards that, depending on how you feel about that. That is crazy that I was watching the trailer, it's like, this feels like The Lobster to me.
Yep, Killing of a Sacred
It was
Deer.
my spidey senses that went off.
Had to be.
There was a similar thing there. Okay, so that's that. Opening just at Woodland this week as a part of our indie film series, which the other films opened last week, but this one is joining the fun, is Vox Lux, which is the Natalie Portman pop star, also dark, also funny, also great cast with her and Jude Law. And it's really about her growing as a pop star from really dark roots of basically singing a song at a funeral after a school shooting that she was a part of. So it's as jacked up as it sounds, but of the movies I've seen this year, it's in my top 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
so
intrigued, but I don't know if I can watch it.
It's not that dark.
Okay.
It's on the darker side. I don't think that you would have that hard of a time with it.
Okay.
It's pretty intriguing. So that's Vox Lux. And then the other one that's coming out, limited just at Woodland, is Roma, the much talked about Alfonso Cuarón, who's also, this has got Best Picture chatter going like crazy.
Okay.
And it's playing just at Woodland.
That's too bad that it's so limited.
Well, if they don't play by the release rules, then they can hang out in a limited fashion,
Okay.
So that's
All right.
that's
Don't
the
mess with
deal. If
Spidey.
Netflix wants to hang with the big dogs, then they would get more screens. But we're bringing it in on a really limited fashion. But that's all there is to it.
Okay.
So
That's
people can be
that.
excited or mad about that. To each their own. All right, one thing. You're gonna watch one thing this week. What's it gonna be?
Taking my kids to Spider-Man.
Yay!
So it's gonna happen.
Good choice.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice.
What about you?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go see Spider-Man again. I do plan to see the Mule soon.
Are you gonna wear the costume?
No, because I should not be let out in public in this costume without pants on. All right, well, I can't wait to hear how much you love Spider-Man.
I think I will.
Yeah, I think you will too.